make his way on the turn 4 and come to the checker flag. Hunter Peach wins the fast lane 175 at Rocky. Great lift from the back of the speed. The air Boston is banging. Who's it going to be? Rex and John Parker around. It's going to be Ruiz winning the race. Here out front. He is on third for checkered flag waving. John Parker back into the win column. 3-4 for the final time. Nick Hapiak off of turn 4. Just a few more feet, and Nick Hapiak will be your champion for the 4th time in the NAOR DNS Cup Series.
This is the NAOR iRacing Series.
Welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here we are here for the first race of the NAR Cup Series Season 5. We're here at the once again Atlanta for the Atlanta 138. As we're wrapping up practice in about 5 minutes, we got some cars on the racetrack. It's a brand new season. Excited to get it underway. 90 laps here tonight. We have two stages. We'll have 2 stages. Lap 15 and lap 35. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. That last stage could come down to a little bit of fuel mileage, but we'll have to see. But right now we got some cars on the racetrack. Qualifying in the grid was set last week in the duels, so we'll start with with the duel lineups from last week. Currently on the top of the board right now in practice, you have Josh Copernell and Donnie Kite. They're both tied with a 29.458. Copernell getting the iRacing position over that for now, so figure that out. But we'll take a quick look at our weather here since we have some little bit of time. It is going to be a transition race, so we're going to start at 6 o'clock here, or might advance a little bit forward in time through the race. I'm not sure. 72 degree ambient temp with a 75 degree track temp, so nice cool track here today. Get clear skies with a 1 mile, well, pretty much no wind, about 1 mile per hour to 1 to 2 mile per hour at the most, and it's kind of switching around as you see there. 60% relative humidity, so it's gonna be a kind of a nice cool day here. It will be a nice cool night, so we'll transition in tonight. This is a brand new feature here on iRacing to Atlanta. Atlanta just got the nighttime feature, so it'll be the first time we all see Atlanta here at night. Currently, we got practice here in about 3 more minutes. Got a big field here tonight. Got 24, 25 cars, so yeah, great. Yeah, we got a lot of cars to spice it up, and so we'll bring in a driver here. So we'll bring in Jimmy Minch if we can find him here. Yeah, so we'll bring in Jimmy Minch here for our if I can drag him in, right? Oh, I can't drag. Hold on. We'll get that figured out here in a second. But we're bringing Jimmy Minch when we can. He was defending winner here. He won here last season in the NAR Cup Series. See if he can go back to back here at Atlanta. Well, it's gonna be he's gonna hold on for 90 laps. We'll see. I'll have to see where he starts. Let's take a quick look at some of our drivers on the field, on the track right now. I got a little bit of pack going right now. We got a Pacey Wygen and Pacey Wygen out there with Jimmy Minch, our defending champion here at Atlanta, really, Jimmy Minch. So A little pack of 3 here, just get some practice action here. Got a 1 minute left. Now there is a stage rule, so they do have 15 lap first stage and a 20 lap second stage. Now they do. If there is a yellow between lap 11 and 15, that will be the caution. If there will be a caution, and they will go, the points will at the end of the stage will be at the end of that lap, no matter what. So if they go green before then, there will be no caution at that time. So if, say we get a yellow on lap 12, we will not get another caution on lap 15 if we go green by then. Just clarification. So a little different rules than what we see typically to real life. In real life they extend it, so they will go back green and we won't have an extra caution there. So stage 2 could be a little bit longer than stage 1. If we go green 15 laps for the first stage, it'd probably be 15 laps second stage by the amount of caution laps we will have during that stage. Currently we got practice here wrapping up and we're ready to get underway. The 90 lap race. And Die9 Designs for the sponsorship of this race. Just informed of that. So I'm assuming the Die9 Designs Atlanta 138 here tonight. So it'd be great. So Josh Carpenter, he'll be on the pole. Well, we'll start the night pretty much top of practice with Donnie Kite, just like it was earlier. So let's take a quick look at our grid order here. So from the pole, winning his duel last week, Ethan Fonseca Moreno will be on the pole. He'll be alongside Jonathan Parker. Will be alongside him in that 48 machine, and lining up behind Moreno in that third place position. Mars Kissenweather and Zachary Meredith alongside him. Running our top 5 here tonight. We've seen him a lot in the Boat Racing League here on the network. Pacey Wygen, he'll round out our top 5. He's got Jimmy Mitch, the defending winner here at Atlanta. He's going to be in 6th. Dylan Chappell will be in 7th, with Ronnie Ayers alongside him in the 8th place position. Jose Ruiz in that 9th place position with Nick Hapiak. He'll round out our top 10. Justin Quimby will be 11th with the 87 machine of Tyler Brynock in 12th. Mike Campbell will, in the 71 machine, will line up in 13th with Nathan Lehman on his outside. In the 15th position, we'll have Jaden Porter with Josh Arnold alongside him. Enrique Quinones in 17th with Hunter Peach in 18th. Brett Bennett in 19th with Cole Snyder in 20th. And 21st will be Donnie Kite and Josh Coppinall 22nd. Giovanni Klein will be 23rd, and rounding our 24 car field tonight will be Dawson Allen in that 79 machine. So we will add a pace lap here. So we got 2 pace laps here tonight. As you see the big 24 car field here tonight, it'd be I think we're gonna have a great race. Now tire wear could be a little factor. Atlanta has a little bit more tire wear than what we normally see, say at Daytona or Talladega. It's a lot tighter corners, a lot tighter corners, and a lot more steering input into the corner to try and keep up your speed. So you could get tight and slide up the racetrack. You could see some drivers slide up the racetrack a lot, but cool track, so the tires may not be that worn. We'll have to see. The tires definitely will matter, but less to a degree of what we normally see on a typical mile and a half, where it's not really a pack race. So Moreno, he will start from the pole and he will elect to take the outside lane. So he will start from the pole on the outside lane, and on his inside will be Jonathan Parker in that 2nd place position. You got the Lowe's and GoDaddy machines on the front row. You have Pacey Wygen. He'll line up in that 3rd place position on the bottom. So he did have someone miss a spot. So someone missed the grid. So we do have 15 laps for this first stage. Have to keep an eye on that 94 machine tonight. Jimmy Mensch, like I said earlier, we'll have to work on He'll have to see if he can defend his race win here from last season. So down the back straightaway for the final time on their pace laps for now. That pace road is going to get ready to take that hard left turn onto pit road. Now, if we do have green flag pit stops in that final stage, we might not. Fuel is about 50 laps, so that last stage will come pretty close on fuel, depending on how much you can save. So I think that you can easily save enough. But if they do have to pit under green, you're on that right there off turn 4, have to brake kind of pretty much in the middle of the pack and get on that apron as quick as possible. So a very tough pit road to get on. As here we got the pace car to take that hard left turn on the pit road for the first time this season. Coming to the Geico restart zone. We are underway for the NAR Cup Series Season 5. Inside with a great jump. That 48 machine of Jonathan Parker out to a great jump. He's going to be clear of Ethan Fonseca on the top lane. He's got Wajin behind him. Wajin's going to hop up right to the top lane. Wajin's going to try and get that early track position. Now for Moreno, he's going to look to the inside. He's going to go to the inside here. He's got a pretty big gap to behind here with Jonathan Parker. Off turn 4, coming to lead the first lap of the season. It'll go to Pacey Wajin, that double Messier machine. Now that top lane starting to pull away a little bit more compared to the rest. They got 3 cars clear, almost 4 entering 1 there. Moreno and Parker down on the bottom, trying to make that bottom work. Now they're losing another car. So now the bottom's really starting to lose cars. Everyone's trying to get up to the top lane, knowing it's a lot more dominant. So right now we got 4 cars clear on the top there. That 4th car in line is that 88 machine of Rodney Ayers machine there down the back straightaway a lap ago. Yeah, Jose Ruiz hop up to the outside lane from behind Parker. But now we got a little bit more cars forming that run on the bottom. I'm gonna try to settle in here. Quick little first stage, 15 laps. So we'll see if towards the end of the stage, if anyone's going to be a little aggressive for that stage win, so get some early stage points of the season. You see that bottom start to come back a little bit. You see Moreno on the bottom. He's got help from Parker in that 48 machine. To the inside of Jimmy Mensch now. So Mensch already up to 3rd. So the inside lane is starting to build some momentum. We'll see if the 17 machine of Zachary Meredith, he'll hop down to the bottom. Or he's going to stay with that double 0 machine of Pacey Wajin. So I did mention Jimmy Mensch was our defending winner here at Atlanta in NAR Cup Series, but Pacey Wajin won the opener at Michigan last year. So Wajin's going to try and go back-to-back for openers here in the series. Let's see if we can do that. Currently, right now, he's out to a good start, already getting that early track position, leading the field so far. Led all 5 laps so far tonight, but here comes that inside lane. Jonathan Parker and Moreno on the bottom. Working great so far together, and they're almost side by side with Wajin, but just ran out of steam there. But Wajin is looking low. He might try and block that run, but he's going to stay up with that 17 machine of Meredith. Moreno a little stalled out right off the exit, not able to. He was almost side by side with Wajin there. And we're looking pretty calm, cool, and collected so far as we're about halfway through the first stage. Down the front straightaway, complete lap 7, so we're now halfway through the stage. I know Moreno and Parker working very good together, only pretty much by themselves. They got a pretty big gap to that car behind them on the inside. That's that 26 machine of Justin Quimby. 36 machine on the bottom. So Quimby's kind of holding back about half a car length to a car length back And Parker and Moreno are able to make that work on the bottom. They're kind of almost pulling alongside Wajin, but Wajin getting a great, just good enough run off the corner. He's able to hold off that inside lane. They stop the side drafting of Moreno on the bottom. Right now, Meredith, he's in a great spot. If this comes down, if it comes down to this in the end, you can see Meredith try and cut down to the inside at the in the last corner and try and make his move. But we'll see if he does that for the stage here in a couple laps. Right now, he's sticking with that double steer machine on the top lane. You see, just both lanes kind of stagnated now. Wajin's out and his lone leader pretty much clear, and then you see Moreno and Meredith side by side, and it's kind of how it's been these past couple laps here. No one able to generate a big enough run on the bottom or the top to get any extra cars clear. You see Moreno's getting very close to the inside lane, getting very close to getting alongside with Wajin, but just not enough to be able to have enough time to side draft him back and side draft that outside lane back. As you see, Meredith is getting clear off the corner here. We got 5 more laps to go in this first stage. Off turn 4, now you see 4 cars, about almost 4 cars clear here. You see Jimmy Med, she's clear of the top now. So you got 3 cars clear on the outside lane. A little contact with the wall there, entering the corner. Didn't slow them down that much, but right now, the top 3 clear. That bottom struggling to really get any momentum going so far. You see Ayers, she's clear now, but he checks up. Happy actually get a little checked up a little bit. Goes according that outside lane a little bit. This could help the inside lane. Through 1 and 2, we have 3 laps to go on the stage. Who will take the first stage of the season? Down the front straightaway, Wajin, he's led every lap so far. It's going to be hard to take that lead away from him. We'll have to see. But that inside lane, trying to get some momentum going. Not able to get it working. Ayers almost clear now, but now Mensch, he's clear. He's looking low. Will he hop down? It's a little lower there. Pit road is close for two laps to go on the stage. Down in the 1 and 2. Here comes that inside. Moreno and Parker down on the bottom, working together all night so far. Moreno almost side by side with Meredith on that top lane. Oh, but they got crashed into the back. That's Jose Ruiz around. The caution is out. Multiple more cars involved, and that's going to end the stage. So take a quick look at what happened there. It's coming off turn 4, 4 wide off the corner. Ruiz comes down. I believe that is the 99 machine of Josh Copper. That's not that machine. Got down into that 99 machine there of Dylan Chappell. And just 4 wide of the corner. Everyone ran out of space here. So you see Chappell. There's already 3 wide. He tried to shove it 4. Made a little bit of contact with Ruiz. Ruiz got sideways. Overcorrects it back up to the racetrack. More cars involved. That's a 20 machine. Got involved there. But that will end the stage as pit road was open. Did open that first lap. And Pacey Wajin did stay out to get that stage win. We do have multiple cars down pit road here. So these drivers will try and take 4 fresh tires here. We'll have to see if these this pretty much back half of the field here. We'll have fresh tires, have to fix that damage. No fast repairs here of what we normally see here on the here on LRN and the other leagues. So it'd be very important to not get involved in an incident. So there's the race off pit road there, and we'll be right back for our for the green flag. Welcome back here to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Die 9 Designs Atlanta 138. As we wrapped up the first stage there, Pacey Wygant took the first stage of the season here for the NAOR Cup Series 5th season. So Pacey Wygant, he's starting off his season strong, already has some extra points in the bag. But now about pretty much the top 10, pretty much all stayed out for that stage points, but the back half of the field came down, topped it off on fuel, took 4 fresh tires. And Pace car is going to take that hard left turn on the pit road, and we are coming up to the restart zone. And we are back underway here for stage 2. This stage will end on lap 35, so about 20-ish laps here. So Wygant easily clear for the lead already. We hop up in front of that 17 machine of Meredith. Those two were pretty much unstoppable on that outside lane so earlier in the first stage, but Wygant out to a big gap. Now he's got Minch and Meredith side by side behind him. He's going to stay at the bottom with Minch, but here goes Meredith and with the help from Moreno on the top side. Parker on the outside as well behind that 57 machine of Ethan Fonseca. Off turn 4, Meredith's going to be able to get clear. He's going to stay up to the top lane. He's got help from for Fonseca Moreno on that outside lane. We'll see how this inside lane works. We've seen Wygant, Meredith, Mensch, Happyak, and Ayers. They're on the top. Now all of them are on the bottom with the exception of Meredith. So we'll have to see if these guys can make that inside lane work better. Right now, off turn 4, they're side by side for that second place position with pretty much how it was during that first stage. Inside lane pulls alongside pretty much the second car in line. But here comes Moreno. He's going to make that move to the outside lane. He's going to look for the lead early in this second stage. He's going to look to the outside, side by side for the lead with Meredith. Down the back straightaway. Meredith now, he's got help from Wygant. See if this inside lane can pull side by side. Now, Moreno and Parker, they were able to work together on the bottom very well during that first stage. See if they can make it work on the top. Meredith looking a little squirrely with pushing from Wygant. He's going to try and move up the racetrack. There'll be 3 wide for the race lead down the front straightaway. Now quickly goes back to 2, but now Meredith is stuck in the middle. But now they're going to be 3 wide behind him, 3 wide through the pack. 36 machine up into the outside wall. That's Quimby. That's contact with that 15 machine of Jose Ruiz. Oh, no, sorry, that's not Jose Ruiz. That's Mark Kissenweather. Sorry, apologies for that. But they both moved to the back of the pack. You see them in the background, 3 wide. They're all trying to sort themselves out, but now that created a whole new race up front. See Moreno on the top, but Parker went down to the bottom in front of Pacey Wygant, and now Meredith. Now he found his way back up the second. Big check him on the bottom. Big stack him on the bottom, almost a bumper hook. Right now, the inside lane's just trying to regain momentum. They really lost a lot of momentum. When you get 3 wide here at Atlanta, the inside lane really gets bogged down and just slowed down. The outside lane really prepares when you go 3 wide. If you go to the middle, you gotta quickly get up if you want to keep it. Right now, Meredith, he's off of the wall, into the wall off turn 2. He's got Nathan Lehman behind him. Lehman's gonna check up and have to push Meredith back up to that 57 machine of Fonseca Moreno. Here comes the inside. Wygant, Parker. Can Wygant clear off turn 4? Yes, he will, but they're not going to move up. They're going to stay to the bottom. Now Wygant all over that back bumper. Parker for the race lead. He's going to push them both up, and Parker's coming around. Boy, Wygant hooks Parker right in front of the field. We have big wreck there. In a way, most of everyone gets through it. Some hard hits there from Moreno. Moreno, big damage. We've seen him up front pretty much all night so far. Same with Parker, and both of those machines heavily damaged. Off turn 2. Moreno has the pit for repairs flag, so you have to try and fix that machine. There's big damage there, so we'll take a quick look at this one here. So you see Wygant all over that back row. Jonathan Parker for the race lead. Try to push him out, try and get up to the top. And so you just laying all over the bumper, and they try to move up top. And when Parker tried to move up, just a bad bump there. Just sent Parker around right in front of the field. You see Ayers involved. Meredith got a little piece of that. And Moreno involved as well. And they also had that 14 machine of Nathan Lamon. He was right behind that as well. So multiple cars we've seen up front tonight already damaged early on in this race. So they have to come down and fix their cars. We'll see. Now they don't look too bad. No one looks like they have broken toe links here, so they look like they can get that fixed. But the tire wear will matter compared to Daytona. Wheel damage really doesn't. Daytona or Talladega wheel damage doesn't really matter too much because you don't really have to worry about tire wear. But the tire wear it gets too bad and they go long run to the end, that could affect those machines and it could make them a lot tighter depending on how severe that damage is. But you see a good chunk of cars coming out pit road here. They're topping off on fuel, take 4 fresh tires. Maybe they might try and stay out at the end of the stage. Maybe try and flip the stage here. See Moreno there. He's got heavy left front damage that GoDaddy machine. Multiple cars with damage. So right now, Giovanni Klein, he will be the race leader as Wygen did come down pit road. I believe he is in 4th. He was in 4th at the line. So yeah, Wygen did come down pit road. He's moved to about around just outside the top 10, I believe. So Giovanni Klein, Josh Arnold, Cole Snyder, they'll move up to the front as well as Mike Campbell, Donnie Kite, and Josh Coppernall. So at the 15 machine of Kissin Weather as well behind Coppernall, Tyler Brynock, and Jaden Porter, and Jose Ruiz. They are all staying out on the racetrack. You seen all of them pretty much come down at the end of the first stage. So we're gonna have a little bit under 10 laps to go here for this first stage. I mean, for the second stage here. So the second stage ends at the end of lap 35. If they do get a yellow within lap 30 to 35, there will not be a caution at the end of 35 if we get back going green. And Alright, should be back in good. Apologies for that. Discord was having a little bit of issues, so we lost the connection to the producer. So, sorry, apologies for that. So we're back underway here. You got that 24 machine. Cole Snyder already on the outside. It says that he ramped up here. Coming to 5 laps to go in the second stage. You see side by side with AC. That's Josh Arnold and Giovanni Klein and Cole Snyder side by side for the race lead. But now they're 3 wide for a second. You see Wajin. He's trying to move up through the field. He's got Hapiak behind him. Maybe 3-1 on the outside lane. Wajin going to try and sweep the stages here tonight so far. Down the back straightaway, coming into turn 3. Snyder, he's going to move up. He sees that run forming from Wajit, but Klein, he's going to move up now. Almost contact there for the race lead. Klein's going to block Wajit. A little bit of contact there. Klein almost went around. Snyder's going to try to block the top side, but here comes Klein. He's going to move side by side for the race lead. You see there's intensity ramping up. Everyone wanting the stage win. You see Wajit, he's going to try to take it 3 wide. Almost gets into Klein. And Hapiak's going to split him 3 wide. Wajit's going to try and slot in line right behind Hapiak. Down the back straightaway, Snyder hops up in front of Klein. Down to the 3 and 4. Snyder trying to block both lanes. He blocks Arnold now. As we kind of settle down now, back to the double file throughout the entire field instead of 3 wide. As Snyder blocking both lanes perfectly so far. 3 laps to go on the stage. Here comes Klein. He's going to look to the outside. He's got Hapiak behind him. Wajit behind him as well. You see Meredith down. He's stuck in the middle 3. That's going to check up the outside lane. The outside lane falling back a good bit. 3 wide Meredith, Wajit, and Ruiz on the bottom. Right now, Snyder and Klein side by side for the race lead. 3 wide behind them. See if they can get that sorted out. You see Campbell now, he's side by side with Meredith. There's 2 laps to go on the stage. Pit road is closed. Johnny Klein in the race lead. He's got Cole Snyder on his inside. Hapiak pushing Klein. See if he can push Klein clear in himself and maybe turn under him and try and get that, steal the stage win away. But big checkup on the top. Down to the bottom, Klein's going to try and block both lanes just like Snyder was doing. Off turn 4. Final lap for the second stage. Who will be able to pick up this stage win? Klein leads him down to the 1. Hapiak has Wajin behind him on the top lane. Now Hapiak, he might be able to get clear of Snyder here off turn 2. He will, but will he take the move down to the 3 and 4? Down the back straightaway. He's going to push Klein. It's going to cause a big checkup on the outside lane. Klein's out to the lead. He's got a little bit of a gap. Can Hapiak get the run and maybe steal the stage away? Off turn 4, coming across the line for the second stage. It's going to go to Giovanni Klein. Giovanni Klein will win the stage. After great blocking of both lanes, he was able to hold off the run from Hapiak. And that ends the second stage. You see the intensity ramped up quickly there to the end of that stage from that restart. So now this will end the second stage. We'll have a caution. So now it'll come down to the end of the so probably restart around lap 40, which will be about 50 to go. So it could be a little close on fuel. We'll have to see. So we'll see how the pit stops work out here. Looks like everyone's going to come down pit road. See Dylan Chappell in the back there. He's going to stay out. He's 10 laps down, so he's trying to get some of his laps back. Some drivers taking fuel only there. That's Donnie Kite, Giovanni Klein. Actually, no, they did take tires. Sorry. Apologies for that. They're just towards the back of the pit road. See, some drivers did beat them out of pit road. Zachary Meredith, Dawson Allen, they came out in front of those. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the start of the final stage. Welcome back to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here for the Dyna Designs Atlanta 138. So Brett Bennett and that 47 machine stayed out on the racetrack during that stage. Got out of pit road first. Just kind of slipped my view there. If he did pit, but Brett Bennett, he'll leave him to green on that outside lane, choosing the outside lane. Everyone, as all the leaders have chosen the outside lane so far tonight. So see it if it comes down to the finish. We'll see if anyone chooses the bottom. Right now, that top lane seems to be the most dominant pace car off the racetrack. We're gonna go back underway. Green flag back in the air with 51 laps to go. As the final stage is underway. Bennett with a great restart. He's got Klein behind him, our stage 2 winner. See Meredith down on the bottom, not able to get a great restart. He's hopped up there, but Klein hops to the bottom. Klein's going to try and take this race lead away quickly. Off turn 2, Klein can be able to clear Bennett. Will he move up? Yes, he will. He's going to have a big run coming from Meredith and Bennett. Now he's got Hapiak behind Meredith. Klein's going to move to the bottom, thinking someone will move with him. He's going to try and kind of block this lane, thinking someone's going to take the lead away from him on the bottom. But down the front straightaway, Klein's gonna lead that lap back as the sun starts to fall and the lights start to come on. Be a little bit more vibrant. These cars be a little bit more vibrant under the lights here at Atlanta. There comes that inside lane now. He's got Cole Snyder on the bottom with Jaden Porter on the bottom there as well. But now Snyder, he hops up to the top. He's gonna take that race away from Giovanni Klein. Now Bennett, he's gonna have to push Snyder clear if he wants a chance. Side by side for the race lead, down in the turn number 1 and 2. This time, down in the turn number 1 and 2. Both lanes even so far. Most of the night so far, we've seen that outside lane be able to get 1 to 2 cars clear, but now the inside lane able to pull that in, able to work together a little bit better, able to stay alongside with the outside lane. So both lanes working together with each other pretty well so far and able to stay even. Now this fuel could be a little close at 50 laps or in the draft, so if you're leading out front a lot, it could be close on fuel to make it to the end of the race. Right now, Snyder able to clear the inside lane, starting to check up a little bit. Bennett almost got clear of the inside lane there. Off turn 4, the inside lane starting to resurge with Porter on the bottom. He's pushing Klein, doing a great job pushing. He's got Arnold right behind him too. So that third car lane doing really good as well, keeping that second car up to that first car, trying to keep that bubble of air kind of broken, and not have the bubble push the lane back. But Klein's trying to still work both lanes, just like he was at the end of the first stage, as well as Snyder was as well. I mean, second stage. And Snyder was as well, so trying to work both lanes. He moves up to the top with Snyder. Here comes Porter. He got a great help from Arnold on the bottom. Now Porter is going to move to the lead. He might be able to clear Klein going up into turn 1. The outside lane start coming back with a run. So now it's Klein and Porter in the race lead. Big checkup throughout the outside lane in the back. He's going to be able to move up. Kissenweather, he's going to move up to the top lane from the bottom. Arnold's going to move up to the top, so the inside lane, losing all their help right now. As Porter, he's going to have to fall all the way back to Mike Campbell behind him. About 3 cars back. That's going to allow 4 cars, maybe 5 here, and a 1. Just to allow 5 cars to clear into turn 1. Will anyone take that opportunity? Everyone's going to stay up to the top lane. 5 cars clear of the bottom on the top. To the halfway point in this race. You see Meredith, he's trying to work that bottom, pulling up into the middle of the corner instead of the bottom and trying to side draft that outside lane, but not able to make it work. And this outside lane starting to train along and pretty much kill that inside lane. But that inside lane is starting to come back just a little bit. A little simmered down right now, so let's do a little bit of crank it up. See that inside lane, he started to form up a little bit, yet Meredith there, you see on the onboard, he was side by side with Klein for that race lead. Now the inside starting to resurge a little bit, but now that top gonna start to kind of drag that inside back a little bit. You see that top 3 cars clear. That's Klein, Snyder, and Arnold clear the outside lane. Got Kissweather side by side with Meredith. That's the first car side by side. Now here comes Meredith. He's on the inside lane. He's gonna pull alongside with Arnold. Gonna try and side draft that 22 machine back and drag that outside lane back a little bit. Very tough to do that from the inside lane. As you know, with the new reconfiguration here at Atlanta these past couple years ago, that lane it went to progressive banking, so you got more banking on the top lane compared to the bottom, so the top lane able to just keep more momentum up there and keep more speed with the more banking. But that bottom lane is starting to work together better. Oh, Meredith, he almost gets a bad hook, and Snyder, he almost got hooked from Arnold. That's gonna push him 3 wide. Kissweather's gonna be on the outside. Arnold's gonna be stuck to the center. But now where does Bennett go? Does he stick with Kissweather? Does he move to the center with Arnold? He's going to try and move to the center with that 22 machine of Josh Arnold. There'll be 3 wide to the back. That's going to allow a big gap for these top 5 cars. Now Arnold's finally going to get clear, but now that's going to put Bennett and Kissweather on the outside lane 3 wide. And now Kissweather kind of pretty much left out the draw on the outside lane 3 wide. Now here comes that gap. That gap's going to come back down. Arnold's going to get a good run. But now Meredith, he gets left out the draw on the bottom pretty much. He's got Mike Campbell on the bottom. He's going to have to fall back to Campbell again, but that's going to allow that top 3 or 4 to clear on the outside lane. And Arnold's going to a great recovery after being 3 wide there and almost looking like he was going to fall all the way back to the back of the pack. And he was able to get back up there, and he's back and forth. So now Meredith back to the leading the inside again. So have to try and get that help from Campbell this time. And hopefully try and drag that inside lane back up to that race lead. Oh, he got a crash in the back! Nick Hapiak is around in turn 1. Our defending champion. That red juicy spider machine. Let's see what happened here. Kissweather looked to the outside off the corner and just hooked that 6 machine around into the corner. And they got, oh, you see Dawson Allen involved there as well. Got turned up into the outside wall. Look what happened here. I got clipped by Hapiak there, and down the track he went. So you see Hapiak, he is turned here. Yeah, he just couldn't get it turned down in time. A little bit of checkups and almost wrecking in front of him as well with Kite. You seen him, he had to save it. A little bit of damage to that machine. Nick Hapiak with the pit repair, same with Dawson Allen. Both their nights could be over. Their damage isn't too bad. But Dawson Allen had a pretty hard hit to that right front tire. So you gotta hope that isn't broken. So down pit road here, everyone looked like they're gonna come down and take a set of fresh tires and a full tank of gas. So now they can easily make it to the end. You see that 9 machine there staying out of the racetrack. That's sorry. It is Enrique Quinones. He's 8 laps down, so he's staying out for that wave around. See if you try and claw that back a little bit. So he stayed out for the wave around. We see pretty much every lead lap car coming down pit road there, taking a fresh set of Goodyear tires and a full tank of gas to make it to the end. Now they're all gonna be good for green white checkers as well. So they did only have 4 extra sets. So some of these guys could only have about 1 to 2 sets left. Only 1 set left. So they have pretty much everyone who pitted every time so far. I believe you down to might only have 1 set or might have none left. I think everyone's only got 1 set left. As you just passed halfway, about 10 laps past halfway here. So you can see. Let's take a quick look at our weather again, since we transitioned tonight. See how much the temperature has dropped. It hasn't dropped a huge amount. You see there. There's the temperature drop. So it really hasn't dropped at all. It's still 71 degrees. 71 degrees. So 30 minutes ago is pretty much the same. So even with the nighttime, you see the track temp is 74. So about the same. A wind staying the same, only about 1 mile per hour. And the the humidity did go up from 60 to 68, so got a little bit more humid here overnight. So maybe that's why the temperature a little bit less, little bit the same. Well, at least the track temp. But now, coming up to 1 degree in here, and you see again, Cole Steiner, he's the race leader. The leader once again takes the outside lean. This time, Josh Coppernall is going to be on his inside. So Josh Coppernall, he's up to the front of the pack. You seen him? He was kind of laying back about 4 cars back of each lane, any lane he was in. But now he's going to move up to that leading of that inside lane here on this restart. See what he can do with that 42 machine. That Cole Snyder will be the control car here. So that pace car is going to take that hard left turn once again here tonight. So that was our second caution of incident. So we have 4 cautions so far here tonight. The one in stage 1, the end of stage 1. Actually, so the one at towards the end of stage 1. So it's actually 3 yellows. So as we're back underway. So 3 cautions tonight so far. It was big stack up on the bottom. I see multiple cars getting stacked up there. A big accordion, and kind of just accordion there, but that allowed Jaden Porter and Cole Snyder clear the bottom. They're going to stay up to the top for now, but Porter's going to move to the bottom. He's going to try and take that race away from Snyder. Snyder's going to stay to the top, knowing that outside lane will form up, but Porter's going to move up in front of Snyder. Now here comes Bennett. He's going to give that shove to Snyder, and it's going to allow that run to generate up to Porter of the race leader, as that inside lane is going to try and stack up again, but here comes Snyder. He's going to move down to the bottom. He wants that race lead back. Side by side for the race lead now into turn number 1. That's Porter on the top, and that 24 machine of Snyder on the bottom. He's got help from Josh Coppernall and Brett Bennett on the outside helping Jaden Porter. Those lanes even so far. Snyder, oh, and then we got Kleins going around with Arnold. Big wreck. Watch is involved as well. Multiple cars involved. Yeah, Nathan Lamon in there is involved as well there. Multiple cars went around. It looked like it was a bad push. We'll take a quick look at that one. So yeah, just a bad push. Just a push from Lamon just into Klein, and Klein spun up the racetrack in front of Pacey Wygant there. Just in front of Josh Arnold, and then Pacey Wygant was right behind Arnold. See Mike Campbell there just almost getting involved in that one. So multiple cars with heavy damage, pretty much all of them on the right front. Hopefully no one got major damage to end their race. Actually, yeah, Pacey Wygant, I'm looking at his car now. Yeah, his right front off that race car. You see the fenders just flying off, flipping there in the grass. So Pacey Wygant, his night's gonna be over tonight. So so his hopes of defending the season opener win are pretty much over. He's gonna have to fix that 8 minutes of repair. He's gonna be really far back down. He's pretty much, his night is done. Unfortunate for that double gear machine. So Jaden Porter, Cole Snyder, repping it. Pretty much everyone stays out of the racetrack unless you were toward the back, or unless they were towards the back or had damage. So right now, Jaden Porter was able to take that race lead away, took it to the inside, cut down the below Cole Snyder. Snyder stayed at the top on that restart, and he was able to hold the race lead away. So that's probably going to be the way to move if you want to take this race win away. We'll have to see how that works out. So we're coming up to the pretty much well, choose for the leader really. Jaden Porter, he's gonna stay to the outside, so that outside lane seems to be the favorited line to restart in. It's the outside, we've seen the outside, it haven't really got a great restart, but it forms up quick. It takes about a lap or two to form up, but once it forms up, it's easily the most dominant lane on the track. We're gonna restart here with 28 laps to go. And that's kind of nothing compared to a normal Super Speedway you've seen. That 30 laps here, only about 15 minutes compared to 30 laps at Daytona or Talladega. It's about 20 to 25 minutes. So the mile-and-a-half Super Speedway, very unique style track. Super Speedway really. We've mostly seen big super speedways, 2.5 miles of Daytona, Talladega, but Atlanta said we're going to make a super speedway as well a couple years ago, and it's been interesting in real life. And so far tonight, it's been put on a great race here in this league. But next week we go to the old Atlanta here on the Sim, so it'll be a quickly changed tire. We're going to be very important there next week at our Legacy Atlanta. But pace car's off. Coming back to the restart zone. We're back underway. 28 to go here in the season opener. It's bad restart again for that outside lane. Porter, he got a huge launch, but Mike Campbell lacking there. So that inside lane able to get 3 cars clear, but will they move up? They're all going to stay for the bottom now, but Jaden Porter off to a huge gap behind, and he's going to be a sitting duck. Just Cole Snyder's going to go to the inside. Brett Bennett, Josh Compinol, Zachary Meredith, and now Jonathan Parker all to the inside. He's going to be freight train down the bottom. Jaden Porter from the lead all the way back, pretty much to the back end of the top 10. But that's going to allow Cole Snyder to take that race lead back. But here comes Meredith, Parker, and kissing with Weather on the outside. But Snyder and Bennett are going to throw the block on the top lane. That's going to leave Compinol and Campbell on the bottom. But now here comes Klein. Klein just involved in that incident. He's back up to that top 10 spot, so not too much damage for that 5 machine. He's able to work his way back up front. But now that top 3 clear on the outside lane. Let's see what they can do. Down through the tri-oval. Outside lane, see just how dominant it is. That outside lane able to just stay connected a little bit better, and they have the more banking, just keep speed, and the inside really has to stay connected if they want a chance. Here comes Kissenweather. He's going to try to make the move. He's going to shoot to the bottom. He's going to be side by side. He's going to pull away, pull alongside Meredith. Now Bennett, but now he doesn't have any help. And here comes the help from Compinol and Campbell on the bottom. Turn 1, that inside lane kind of falls back to that 4th car in line. That side by side with Jonathan Parker and that 48 Lowe's machine. That 4th car in the outside lane. Almost a little contact there with Compinol and Kite on the outside lane. Compinol almost got turned up into the wall and up into the outside lane there. Outside lane started to pull away again. Parker pulls away. He's gonna be able to clear the bottom. Everyone's staying in line for now, knowing they still got a decent bit left of this race. 24 to go. They can stay in their spot. Right now, personally, I like Bennett's spot where he would be second in line, pushing the leader. If it stayed like this, he could easily dive it out of the inside lane and take that race away, but he's going to have to keep an eye on that inside lane to keep his best track position right now. You see these drivers starting to plan they'll definitely start playing their moves out, playing their race-winning moves, try and fight for that track position and put themselves in a great spot to take this race win away and win the season opener. But right now, that inside lane not able to really get side by side with Meredith, but they're finally getting that side by side with Meredith and able to build some momentum and able to get side by side with Benny here maybe to Kissing Weather on the bottom. He's got Josh Coppin all behind him. Inside lane starts to stall out again. You see it all kind of stacked up together. Well, it's a big checkup. Only see about 4 or 5 cars down, about 7 cars down that coming at the top. Everyone else pretty much on the top. No one has tried to make it 3 wide yet. You definitely expect to see that towards the end of, towards the probably about 5 to 10 to go. You see people try to make it 3 wide, try to make the move work. Right now, everyone's staying patiently waiting right now. As both lanes just trying to build momentum and keep their momentum up. But these cars shining beautifully here under the lights at Atlanta. Outside lane just really dominant, able to use that extra banking up at the top to keep the momentum up. But here comes that inside lane. They're starting to slowly creep up, and Kissing Weather is going to pull alongside Bennett. Can't get to the leader of Snyder, but they're able to build that momentum back. They're getting a little bit more, a couple more cars down there. Arnold, he hopped down to the bottom from the top lane. He was on the last car on the outside lane. He up to the bottom. He's and a couple more cars. Happyak, Mensch, they hop down there. They're closing up that gap a little bit, but now that's allowing that inside lane to pull that outside lane back a little bit. Able to use that shorter distance around the track. That's 17 cars in this lead pack and 20 cars in the lead lap. See now that big gap there from Meredith and Parker, but Parker was able to side draft that inside lane, not allow anyone to hop up. But now here comes Coppinall and Kissing Weather. They have a great push, great momentum off turn 4. Gonna get it big enough and hold it off, big enough right off the corner, hold it. It pulls side by side with Snyder. Not enough, but can they hold side by side with Bennett going into the corner? They can do that. This could be pretty good for them. That inside lane. Not able to do it, falling back to side by side with Meredith as well. Right now, Kissing Weather, he's got help from Coppinall on the bottom. Oh, a little bit of contact, a little bit of wiggle from on the bottom. That's going to pretty much kill that inside lane's momentum. All that work they were just doing just gone like that. That's how quickly the momentum can shift here in Atlanta. They were everyone able to keep it straight, keep it together. Unfortunately, we did not see another wreck there. But now that allows about 4 cars to clear on the top. Everyone's staying on that outside lane. Not wanting to make their move yet. Steiner leading. He's got Brett Bennett behind him in that 47 machine. He's got Zachary Meredith behind him. But now you got Kissing Weather, you got Coppinall, and Mike Campbell, those first 3 on the bottom. So those 3 drivers trying to keep their lane alive, keep their lane with the momentum. They're great momentum again. You see Coppinall and Kissing Weather, they're able to get that momentum built down the back straightaway and able to get a very good run going into 3. But they kind of lose it off 4 and down the front straightaway, that outside lane able to bring it back. Just see there, the tire wear a little bit does affect a little bit. You can see there, Kissing Weather, he's moving up the racetrack about a half a lane to a lane into the corner, try and get an arc, because the arc matters a little bit more here compared to a normal super speedway because the tire wear. But now Coppinall and Kissing Weather able to build that momentum. Now they're alongside Steiner. They're staying side by side with that outside lane. Here comes the inside lane now. They got that momentum. Can they keep it? But now Snyder's gonna be clear, but Coppinall working very well with that 15 machine of Mark Kissing Weather on the bottom and able to keep that inside lane moving. They've almost been able to clear Snyder there off turn 4, able to stay side by side, but just couldn't get the run off the corner. But you can see the difference. Coppenol all over that 15 machine through the corner, in the center of the corner, and pushing. You can see how the 47 machine of Brett Bennett on the outside, he kind of lays back off the corner, able to generate that run off the corner, and then shove Snyder down the straightaway. It builds that outside lane a lot better. But the inside lane, in order to really keep up in the corner with the less banking, they have to shove through the corner. They want to keep the opportunity up. You also got to keep an eye on those oil temperatures and water temperatures. You can easily blow up these cars, and that would easily end your night, most certainly end your night. And you don't want to end your night with a blown engine. Right now, the outside lane able to regather, and they're able to slow that inside lane back down. Guess whether Coppenol on the bottom. Oh, Coppenol with contact with Kisselweather on the apron. You have to fall back to the back, but that's going to kill that inside lane momentum once again. We got 10 laps to go, and the outside lane is all clear at the bottom pretty much, but there you go. There goes Jonathan Parker and Jaden Porter. They're going to move to the bottom. Here comes Donnie Kite. He's going to hop in front of Josh Coppenol, and now the bottom has some new contenders from the top that were just sitting right behind him. They saw the opportunity, and they're going to take it, and now they're going to try and steal this race away for that 24 machine of Cole Snyder. Now side by side again, both lanes even, off turn 4. Coming to 9 laps to go here in Atlanta. The outside lane able to work together again. Brett Bennett just pushing that 24 machine perfectly off every corner. He's able to hold off that inside lane and just pull away, but that inside lane starting to form up. It's starting to get a little bit more aggressive now. You can see the intensity starting to ramp up. As now they're coming down to the final laps of this race. There, Parker falls back to that 28 machine of Jaden Porter entering turn 3. They're trying to get that good shove through the corner, but Porter held a little bit, not close enough off the corner. There are only 5 cars now on the bottom, and that's the outside lane pulling away once again. That's going to allow Giovanni Klein clear. Klein's going to go to the bottom. He's going to pull side by side with Meredith. Not enough of a run to pull alongside Bennett, but now Klein leads the bottom. He's got Parker behind him. See that 36 machine of Justin Quimby. He's kind of close to clearing himself now from that bottom lane. He's been having a quiet night so far. He's able to move his way up the field. Maybe he can steal this race one away. We got 3 cars clear at the top. Quimby's trying to clear the bottom. Trying to get clear of the bottom. He has an opportunity. Will he take it? That top 3 have pretty big gap to the cars behind. Quimby's gonna. How he stalled out there. Gonna keep that gap there. But now Klein, he's gonna be side by side with Quimby. Can he pull alongside Meredith? Inside lane trying to fall back a little bit. You see Arnold Campbell, they're kind of falling off the back of the pack towards the back. But Snyder holding that lead perfectly. Bennett able to push him well. The inside lane trying to pull back a little bit closer. And I forgot to mention that there were just, teamwork, very big importance here. You've seen teamwork with Wygent, Hapiak, Mensch. They were all working together on their own team of PBR Racing. We also had some other teammates as well working together throughout the night. And that's good, but everyone's trying to have to find their teammates if they want a big shot at this. But Klein on the bottom. He's got help from Parker. That top 3 just able to keep themselves clear. Got 4 laps to go now here at Atlanta. It's now that outside lane getting a little bit separated, but that inside lane checking up a lot. Now it's Clement here. Hapiak, he got turned earlier. He's back up into the top 5. Can he maybe recover? But now that outside lane able to get 4, 5 cars clear, almost 6 cars clear. That's going to allow that. It's going to allow that orange machine. You see that 20 machine on the 20 on the car. Yeah, that's Hunter Peach on the bottom. Yeah, he's been having a quiet night. We haven't seen much of him tonight. He moved down to the bottom. He got clear. But here comes Hapiak. Ayers. Their teammates found each other now. But Justin Quimby, he's right behind Zachary Meredith. 2 laps to go here in Atlanta. They got a little bit of lap traffic right in front. 3 cars. That's Alan Moreno and Lemon. They're all right in front. They're a little 3 wide towards the back of this main pack. We're not coming to the white flag. These top 3 have not been able to be beaten on the bottom right now. But now they have some lap cars on the bottom. Side Crows could side draft a little bit, but now they're gonna have to spin that. They're gonna have to make it 3 wide on the bottom. They won't have a chance at this. Lap cars stay out the way. Let those leaders by. But now that allows top 4 to clear. White flag. 1 lap to go. You see Brett Bennett. He makes his move into turn 1. Side by side on the race lead. Meredith's gonna stick with the 24 machine of Snyder. Off turn 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Peach. He's gonna get into Quimby. Quimby goes around off turn 2. Happy goes around as well. Big Rex behind him. But now Meredith pushes Snyder out to a big lead. Into 3 and 4. They have Bennett behind him. Bennett's not going to be able to build his run enough. Snyder, he's got to run. Meredith is behind him. Doesn't have the run. Cole Snyder is going to win the season opener at Atlanta. Cole Snyder holds off the field. He pretty much led that entire last 30 laps. And he was able to hold off the lead. He just able to play that outside lane perfectly. Inside lane didn't get the opportunity to make the move. The inside lane kind of died off. They had those lap cars on the white coming to the white flag. They just kind of chacked them up a little bit, and that outside lane pulled away. You see Bennett, he made his move into 1. Didn't have any help from the bottom. Meredith stuck with that 24 machine of Cole Snyder, and Cole Snyder was able to hold on and stop Meredith from generating that run. Cole Snyder takes the season opener here in Atlanta for the NAR Cup Series, and he burns it down under the lights. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with our top 3 finishers when we come back. Welcome back here to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll bring in our race winner,
Was that on?
Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder, able to take the race win here for the season opener. How's it feel, man?
Hey, we're in the playoffs. I think it's a win and in system. Feels good, man. Feels good. It's so hard to win in this league. I said this over the past years, and to start off with a dub is huge.
Yeah. So we noticed you got that track position, and you kind of use the outside and the inside both, pretty much kind of evenly. I've seen you mostly on the bottom and top as well. How's that inside? How the difference from the outside and the inside feel for you?
The inside definitely wears a little more tire, especially at this track with this car. So I don't like the bottom at all. If I can be along that green wall all night, I'll do it. Obviously, we can't do that with people taking a 3 wide any chance they could. But I love the middle lane. It's dominant with the side drafting. You need that at the end. And I've lost countless races not being on the outside at Atlanta that I had to be out there today.
All right. Well, before we send you off on your way, any sponsor you'd like to thank for tonight's race win?
Yeah, huge shout out to DI9 Designs over on Twitter. All your Chase Elliott designs. He does great stuff over there. Shout out Pizza and Wings boys. All my teammates, Dream Team Racing, Enrique Quinones, Dylan Chappell. They got knocked out early, connection issues, and then the early wreck. They stuck around. They finished out the race. Shout out to those guys, and shout out to everyone who kept it clean toward the end. And that was pretty pristine racing at the end there.
Well, once again, congrats on the race win. We'll see you next week at Old Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Just a different style. But yeah, thanks for everything, guys.
All right, that was our race winner, Cole Snyder. We'll bring in our second place finisher, Zachary Meredith. We've seen him up front pretty much all night. And how does that track position affect you? And how important was track position to you tonight?
What's up, boys? Dude, it's so hard to pass on this track. I mean, the high side was the way to go. You could determine the lane and everything with the side draft. I mean, you guys seen it, me running in third the whole last 30 laps, just cutting off that bottom lane. Like, they couldn't get to second place or first place just by controlling the draft. And just, honestly, the fuel tank being bigger than what it was last year helped. So we didn't have to worry about saving gas or anything like that. So it was basically just a 1 or 2 stop race, and you were able to keep your position depending on what you did. Track temp was cold, so tire wear wasn't much of an issue. So it was basically just go all out.
Yeah, so you mentioned the tire and the cold track. Yeah, we knew that it wasn't going to be a less of a factor compared to what we normally see in NIS. Because I mean, but then we just got the nighttime here on iRacing with here at Atlanta. So how much different did the tire wear feel compared to normal, and also like how did it really feel compared to normal super speedways like Daytona and Talladega?
If I was to put this to any of the other super speedways, it would probably feel like Daytona, just because of one, how narrow it is. But the tire wear, because of the cold track temp and it being nighttime, I mean, my right sides and everything were still in the 90s, and after a 30 lap run. Like, even like I'm looking at my tires now, 35 laps, 40 laps, I'm still above 96%. So it wasn't getting loose like how it would be like during the day if the track was really hot, So with the coldness of the track and everything, it was just unlimited grip. You can make moves however you wanted, depending on if you had help and side draft and whatnot.
All right. Well, before you send you off on your way, any sponsor I think for tonight's second place finish?
Yeah, shout out to my Pizza and Wings boys. They're on the car. Shout out to Byron for making my car. Love you, bud. Shout out to Payson, all my guys over there. Shout out to Cole and all my guys over there. And then shout out for you guys for broadcasting our league, man. It's nice.
All right. Well, congrats on the second place finish, and we'll see you next week at Old Atlanta. So we'll be right back here, just years in the past.
Right.
All right, so that was our second place finisher, Zachary Meredith, and we'll bring in our third place finisher, Brett Bennett. You've seen him up front. He was running in second pretty much the entire last run. And he was able to try to make his move. But what do you think you could have done differently to steal that race win? Maybe make it a little bit later, I just thought maybe hoped you could have help on the bottom.
Yeah, and these plate races, like I put myself where I wanted to be there. Like I kind of wanted to be second coming to the white, and normally I would have made my move on the backstretch, but where we caught that lap traffic, and I thought that I had a huge run on Cole on the front stretch, and I just hoped Zachary was going to go with me. I mispronounced his name all last year in broadcasting, so I got to remember to get that right. For some reason, I decided his name was Cameron last year, but yeah, just timed it a little. Just didn't get the help behind, and then they all wrecked behind, so it was a 3-car race, and nobody was going to be able to generate enough momentum once that happened to really do anything. So I'll take third, though. Good season debut. Put myself good points night and go on the next week.
Yeah, and speaking of that momentum, we've seen you in second. You're able to build that momentum pretty much good and keep that bottom lane kind of fend off that bottom lane pretty much the entire run. How the runs and pushing feel compared to other NASCAR cars as Xfinity trucks, and also compared to differently because it's a little tighter corners, and also you got the really quad oval really. How's the difference compared to Talladega or Daytona?
The next gen, honestly, I haven't raced it that much here. Like I ran an Xfinity League on earlier this week, and that car was so loose. Like, I mean, that was middle of the daytime, super hot track temp, so that had a lot to do with it. But that car, you couldn't even run full throttle in the corners because of how loose it was. This felt really planted and really solid. I think the cool track temps, it being at night under the lights, which they finally added this week here, really helped with that. And I think like it really felt playing like I could even push in the corner a little bit. Like I was trying to stay off of Cole because it's still a little sketchier. Like the next gens you can kind of push in the corners a lot more than a lot of the other cars, but here it's a little sketchy. The quad oval is my least favorite part of this track with this package because it doesn't like a trial feels really natural when you're plate racing and maintaining your line, but how to run that quad oval while maintaining your line feels sketchy at times because you're just trying to stay off people by you. But yeah, it ran really well. Like I was really happy just pushing Cole until trying to make that move on the last lap.
Yeah, you're able to still hold off third. You're still able to take third as they had an incident behind you there. So great job for great job on that. But before we send you off on your way, any sponsors I'd thank for tonight's third place finish?
Yeah, I always got to thank my main sponsor, Srigley Stats, Joseph Srigley. Check him out on Twitter. Also got to thank JCTV. I know they used to be the Broadcasters League. I was their broadcaster for this, and still have other stuff on other nights. I don't think they got anything on Fridays competing with y'all, so hopefully that's not an issue. But yeah, and then Rev Group, Spiel Fire Apparatus, where I work. All that. Got to thank my teammate Dawson Allen tonight. Short Bus Long Distance SBLD. Always have a good time with them. Everybody in that who I've raced with for a while. I think Dawson's really the only one tonight, but I got to thank everybody I raced with tonight because I thought Cole and Zachary especially did a great job of keeping it clean and making it so it was a race amongst ourselves. And thanks Josh Arnold for putting this league on. And thank y'all for broadcasting.
All right, well, congrats again on your third place finish, and we'll see you at Legacy Atlanta next week.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
And that was a third place finisher, Brett Bennett. And before we take a quick look at our results here, let's get a replay of that last lap incident as I mentioned it there. We had multiple cars go around to the back. Trying to quickly get that up here, hopefully. As we had a big incident there. Got to get it earlier. So here's the last lap here. You see Brett Bennett. Well, a couple laps to go. We'll just fast forward that a little bit for you. So you see coming up to the lap cars here. So you're coming to the white flag this time by. You have the lap cars on the bottom. Kind of kill that inside lane's momentum. You see Hunter Peach there, that Sour Patch Kids machine in the middle there. So that I believe that's where the wreck initially happens. So coming off turn 2 here, Klein looked to the bottom, and Peach kind of just slid up into that 36 machine of Justin Quimby and sent them around. A big wreck involved, a lot of drivers involved. Everyone mostly keeps it straight there. Keep it together. You see Kissing Weather kind of plowing into that there a little bit. But yeah, so that was the last incident. That's the last lap wreck. And there's Cole Snyder bringing home the season opener And so now we got that out of the way. Let's take a look at our finishing results here tonight. So so Cole Snyder and that 24 machines, he was able to take the race win away over that 17 machine. Zachary Meredith by 800ths of a second, and Brett Bennett rounds out our top 3. We just talked to those 3. And Rodney Ayers brings in Rolf in 4th place position, and Jimmy Mentor, defending Atlanta winner from last season, he rounds out our top 5. Giovanni Klein, seen he almost got involved in that last lap incident. He was still brings over in 6th place position. Josh Roll in 7th. Jonathan Parker in 8th. Jaden Porter in 9th. And Mike Campbell rounds out our top 10. And Josh Coffenall in 11th with Nick Hapiak in 12th. Mark Kissenweather in 13th. Justin Quimby, seen him win around there. He still crosses in 14th place position. You got Tyler Brynock, Donnie Kite, and Ethan Fonseca Moreno rounding out our lead lap finishers. You got Hunter Peach, Nathan. So Hunter Peach was not able to roll it back to the line. He ended up finishing a lap down. Nathan Lamon, Dawson Allen there rounded our top 20. And for our unfortunate DNFs tonight. Well, because Quinones, Enrique, and the 9 machine, he was able to roll around, same with Dylan Chappell in 21st and 22nd. And our fortunate DNFs tonight, and Pacey Watson and Jose Ruiz finishing 17th and 17 laps down and 38 laps down respectively. So unfortunate night for those. They're gonna have some catching up to do in the points. It's a pretty long season, pretty decent long season. Our regular season ends at Daytona in January, so a decent, pretty big regular season. A lot of opportunities to take that race win and get locked into the playoffs. You see Cole Snyder locked into the playoffs already as winning in. I believe it's winning in. So as he said, so locked into that playoffs already. That'd be great for him. But overall, a great race tonight. It was exciting. Came out of the under the lights here at Atlanta. And coming up next here on the Legends Racing Network tomorrow night, Bolt Racing League, and they're wrapping up their regular season at Daytona. And that'd be an interesting race to see tomorrow night. The Bolt Racing League Grand National Series, and Tuesday night at Homestead Miami Speedway Top Tier Racing HW Electric Series. They're gonna crown their champion after their great season on Tuesday night at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday night, and here on the network. So overall, a great race tonight. I'm Aaron Brown with thanks to the producer Talon Drake in the production booth here tonight, and we'll see y'all here next time on the Legends Racing Network. So long from Atlanta. We'll see you next time.